right, for question 4 here, example 4, we're going to solve her right triangle. So to solve her right triangle, what that means is we're going to solve for all the angles, all the missing angles and sides. So we need to solve for all angles and sides. So we want to know what's the measurement of every side and every angle. And we're going to use SOHCAHTOA to help us do this. So we're going to use our trig ratios to help us find the unknown sides and angles. I like to first mark my angle that I'm working with and label the sides in relationship to that angle. So this would be my adjacent. This is my opposite. This is my hypotenuse. Hypotenuse always opposite the right angle. So let's solve for x first. So we're going to solve for side x. So when I solve for side x, let's kind of look at x. So we have our 36-degree angle. X is opposite that angle. And we need two pieces of information. We need the angle and another side. Well, the other side that I'm given is the hypotenuse. So I need to ask myself which trig ratio uses opposite and hypotenuse. That would be the sine ratio. So I'm going to set up an equation that says the sine of theta is equal to the opposite over the hypotenuse. So that means the sine of theta is equal to x over 4. I'm going to set that as a fraction, put it over 1 so I can solve by cross multiplying. This shouldn't be theta, it should be sine of 36 is equal to x over 4. So then I'm going to write this as 4. Cross multiply 4, sine 36 is equal to x. So I need to plug this into my calculator to get x. So I'm going to do this, go into my calculator. So 4 times sine of 36. And I get x is equal to 2.35. So that means the side x is equal to 2.35. Now we can try to find side y. So once again, we want to look at what information we have and what information we need. So we can look at 36 degrees. Now we're trying to find y, and we're still given the hypotenuse. So which uses adjacent and a hypotenuse? That would be the cosine. So now we're going to use cosine. So we can say cosine of an angle is equal to the adjacent over the hypotenuse. The angle that we have is a 36-degree angle is equal to adjacent, that's our unknown, over our hypotenuse, which is 4. I'm going to put this over 1 so that I can cross multiply. And I'm going to get 4 cosine 36 equals y. This is going to go into my calculator so I can solve for y. So if we do that, I can clear this out. I'm going to get 4 cosine of 36. So I get y is equal to 3.24 if I round. And then our last thing, we need to solve for z. So now let's look at what we know. We have our 36-degree angle. We also have our 90-degree angle. And if we think about it, all the angles of a triangle have to add up to 180 degrees. So we can use this to help us. All angles of a triangle add up to 180. So if we have two of the three angles, we can just subtract from 180 and find z. So z is going to be equal to 180 minus 36 minus the 90 degrees. So we're going to get angle z is equal to 54 degrees. So now we've solved for the triangle. I know all three sides and I know all three angles, and that's how we solve for a right triangle.